Bro, we went from to immaterial yoga. Like, sometimes it's too much of a vibe change. Shut the fuck up, Ronan. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, so here's the thing. If we move on from the Belly song, right now there's only one song we could move on to, alright? And that's American Vultures. Okay, this has been promised to us for 3,000 years as a intro, okay? As an intro song, because I think it's the most effective to display what the stream is. Here you go. Yeah, count your fucking blessings, okay? You know what we could do? We could also just do this one, right? I actually don't know. I think really it is like, I don't know what the next cycle is. Because you're not wrong. Like, I think Belly Song is definitely like getting there. But like, I don't know. I don't really know what I would do as like an intro. You know? That's what I mean. So no rewatching tomorrow morning. Shut up, man. Shut up, dude. Okay, I'll cut it. It'll be fine. Sorry. Yeah, I just don't really like, I don't know, like I haven't really thought about it that much. I mean, just kind of like Yakuyo. Ruzzy, this. Tom Waits. I'm not listening. No, I'm not having Tom Waits as an intro. Okay, I'm not having Tom Waits as an intro song. Okay, Tom Waits, love Tom Waits. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's not. No. Okay. No. All right. Like, just no, man. What about this? What about this? We could do this for a while. I'll just get a lot of DMs about it, you know? Yeah, because, like, I want to have something that's, like, mid-chill, right? Like, it has the, like, potential to be chill, because, like, days like today, just gonna be real, I don't have a lot. We're just gonna do a little bit of snarking, alright? Maybe we'll find something during music night this week. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
She's got a record set. She keeps in tidy stacks.
I just think we aren't fat maxing No Belly Song. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of fair, I guess. I guess that's kind of fair. I guess that's kind of fair. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do, we'll do this. We could do this.
As I was walking through a life
This is summary. We could do this for this season. Like, tomorrow is like the beginning of a new season. If you guys don't like realize, right? Like, how, like, yo, Pomosa, you used to read my tarot years ago. I did.
Used to read my tarot years ago.
I hope you're not like dead. Thank you for this the fucking sub, man. Let's go. Like, okay, so summer. I mean, it's just like, yeah, you're not wrong. It is definitely like a not like it's definitely been a theming shit, right? But, you know, how accurate was that years ago? That's a good question. I mean, they resubbed years later, so think about that, buddy. Think about that. Yeah, summer starts in June. I am aware of that. But, like, if we go, like, seasons, usually it's, like, we go, like, through 3-month iterative cycles. So, God knows what's going to happen next month. But technically, this is the end of, like, a 3-month period. You know? I'm just thinking about that. You know? I'm thinking about that.
I was cold. And though I must have looked a half a person to tell the tale in my own version, it was only then that I felt whole. Do you believe in something beautiful that cannot be fighting for the smallest goal to get a little self-control? I know how hard you try. I see it in your eyes. We call your friends 'cause we've forgotten what it's like to eat what's rotten and what's eating you alive. Might help you to survive. You and honest, we were on a mission, latest in a grand tradition. And what did we find? It was ego who was flying the banner. Me and Mia, Ann and Anna. We've been unkind. Do you believe in something beautiful that cannot be beat? Fighting for the smallest goal to get a little self-control. I see it in your eyes. I see it in your spine. We call you friends 'cause we've forgotten what it's like to eat what's rotten and what's eating you alive. Might help you to survive. Even the nights they could get better, and even the days ain't all that bad.
Nah, this doesn't have intro song. Alright, well. Fuck. Yeah, Ak, I love you, man. I'm not gonna watch the Pussy song. Okay, buddy? Still better than, you know, like, I'm not gonna watch the Pussy song. Alright, I'm good. That's like saying, like, what if, like, we made the Thong song, like, the intro, whatever. But, you know, I don't know. I could also just pick 2 songs and we just don't have an intro song and just move on. You know, from that. That can work too. Anyways, what about this? What about me? Oh wow, cool, you played. I gotta ban you, man. I gotta ban you, your fucking ass, dude. Like, you need to go get fucked, dude. Fuck you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a lot of shit that I'm, like, super duper into today, and, I kind of want to finish that one game. I kind of want to do that. Kind of fucking really into that idea. But yeah, why are we calling it GSN? Destiny's wife, is now also saying GSN. Alright? If you guys don't remember the age-playing, so-called Groiper woman. Yeah, she's just, posting GSN. The fuck is GSN? The fuck is GSN? Well, there's this guy, His name is FMJ. And FMJ is awesome. And recently, on a stream, he kept saying GSN or
Man,
Hey, FMJ, GSN, come on, man.
it happens. GSN, get snark, nigga.
yeah. So GSN is get snarked word. So that is she's a pair. I guess we've already turned his new shit. What do you call it? What do you call it? Like when it's like someone that like your Bo, his new Bo. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, apparently she's yeah, Libertine. No, Libertine's a much more whatever, right? Much different, right? Just you're white. Okay, man. Dude. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. You know what, Ben? Whatever that is, I'm not touching it. I'm good. How is this song not in the intro? All right. Oh, you're not wrong. That actually isn't a bad idea. That isn't actually a bad idea.
On September 16, I killed my dog in a dream. Only
Can we get... Alright, I need you guys to go out there. We need to find the game where we can kill the most amount of dogs possible. Alright, and September 16th is dog killing day. Alright, the entire day is just a day of killing dogs in video games, okay? That's... Thoughts about dog killing day?
in a dream, I fed him too much cheese. He shit out his brains, and then he passed away, but only in my dream. And then coincidentally, my real dog died on that very same day, but that had nothing to do with me. I only killed him in my dream. So many dreams about killing canines, but I don't do that stuff in real life. In real life, I love puppies. I only kill them in my dreams. Only in my dreams. In my dreams. Only in my dreams. In my Tesla, you will find so many skeletons of canines, but that has nothing to do with me. My ops put them there to frame me. My brain is like Jekyll and Hyde. In dreams I commit puppy genocide, but my light side always succeeds. I feed them the right amounts of cheese. I know lactose is bad for them. Don't want them to end up in doggy heaven. Their deaths had nothing to do with me. I only kill them in my dreams. Only in my dreams. In my dreams. Only in my dreams.
Why did it turn into a mediocre music video? Because like I don't have like a lot of Resident Evil dog killing, you know, videos like on deck. I should, because I hate dogs in video games. I fucking hate all dogs in all video games. I don't know what this is. It just got recommended to me. We gotta look at it real quick. Just letting you guys know we have to look at this real quick.
ثابت صوت في الريح رجل خلافة قلب وليد قال الحق ولو ثمن غالي قتل لا يخشى الموت نحن تشارلي كيرك نحمل السيف نجاهد للأمان نكرر معا نحن تشارلي كيرك
I think this is real. Yeah, I think it's AI too, Marshallist. Yeah, man. I think it's AI too. Yeah, buddy, I do. All right, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Like, what do you want? Get stuck, Charlie. Make the fucking sounds, bro. All right. Well, I mean, yeah, if we're getting rid of Yakio, we can get rid of the wheel, too. That's cool. Damn, that was awesome. Yeah, I'm kidding. We're not getting rid of the wheel. I don't have a lot of stuff tonight that I'm, like, super, super interested in. I have, like, a few things. I have a few things. And then I'm thinking, like, stuff. Short stream today, kinda. So, you said that like 4 times now. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be repeating myself to stretch things out right now, okay? Because you're not gonna like the video games I'm playing. That's the actual truth. It is what it is. Get off my ass. But yeah, so better not get rid of the wheel. Yeah, no, we're not getting rid of the wheel, okay? Play Dark Souls. Yeah, I personally like reserving Dark Souls for when we have long debates to get through. Right? That's it. And yeah, I kind of think we gotta finish the Rusty Lake thing. Can you do something? I don't know, man. I've come here to grift. Okay, I've come here to grift and shit. What really happened to the dog? Just to me, you suck at everything after Gargoyles? No, I'm good up until, like, the Diamond Dragon guy. I'm really bad at Catacombs and Giants, like, stuff. I'm really bad at those two. Yeah, no new Wick tent? No. Zero idea. Why would a stray dog get hostile first time being attacked by one?
I think they got the message.
Scaleless? Yeah, Seethe. Yeah. Yeah, Blue Dragon guy. Yeah, like, I'm usually good up until there. Catacombs and then Giants, Crossing, or whatever you want to call it. I'm really not good with that. Gravelord Naito is probably my least good thing to play against. I do fine with Sunken Town. Yeah. Gravelord Nito. Yeah, Naito. Okay. New Londo's fine. Lighttown is fine. Lighttown is like super. You just fall. You just fall repeatedly, and you just kind of get there, eventually. I really just like, it's like, all right, cool. I spent all my souls. I'm gonna go die now. Whoopie-doo. That's every time with Blighttown. There's no other way with Blighttown to me. Sewers is fine. I just have to, like, kill like 200 rats at some point, get like, you know, a shitload of humanity and whatever. The new Anorlando archers suck balls. They're just, you just dodge them. You know, it's like you're only gonna have to do that maybe twice. Like, there's stuff after them. Just in general, Anorlando really isn't. I don't find Anorlando tough. I think Smough and Ornstein are like kinda difficult, but not meaningfully so, you know? Oh wow, is that all? You just don't get hit by the arrows. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah. Yeah, don't get hit by the arrows, dual wield with like a long swinging weapon. You know, for the, or like, you know, a pushing weapon. You know, for like when you get there, because they do suck. That one does suck on the ledges, but otherwise it's like, yeah, that's just like a classic. That's a classic, you need to learn how to run part of the game. Like when I first played the game, it was like, oh, you have to learn when to run. You have to learn when to like fight, obviously. That is like a classic run. 3 falls off for me when you get to Irithyll. Oh, and then Painted World. I suck at Painted World. I love Painted World. I think Painted World is like some of the coolest shit ever, by the way. But I suck at Painted World. And I feel like I always kill the woman at the end. But I don't even care for the shit she gives you, you know? And then, yeah. Anyways. This one goes out to Twitch, which would be Big Bad. Nothing. Congratulations, Big Bad. Alright, Rakusan on kick. I'm not playing all 7 Metal Slugs in order. Alright, and Rakusan got a pay for spins day. $5. Sub, membership, 500 bits, 500 kicks. Will get you a wheel spin. Naito is fucked. Naito's so simple. And then Fox. Have you ever gotten the Princess Dagger from the Painted World? I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't tell you. It's been a while. You know? The fact that, like, I just, like, nothing for Fox. The fact that, like, we just, like, walked up to and killed, like, Pavel was like, oh, I've definitely, like, changed the way I play these games. You know? So, like, I'm just gonna be real, like, meh? Kinda meh? You know, that's it. Yeah. I mean, we just, like no hit killed Pavel. And that's like, alright, that's awesome. Like, that's like a big deal to me. You know? That's like oh, I've definitely come along with how, like, I've done during this. Bricks and Minifigs. Okay. Did a publishing release by marketing team on the Bricks and Minifigs website. Can we just talk about this will never end? Okay. They've put out a written explanation of everything that's happened. Bricks and Minifigs, an authorized Lego reseller specializing. I'm so out of the loop on it. All I know is that Nate's wrong. Nate's right. You need it to end. It will never end, alright? It's awesome. It's so cool. I want the part 3 video tonight, okay? Nate is right, but Nate is also an asshole. And Bricks and Minifigs does seem like, as a corporate group, dumb as fuck. But, you know. Bricks and Minifigs, an authorized Lego reseller specializing in buying, selling, and trading Lego products, today reaffirmed its commitment to assist in resolving the private dispute surrounding a customer's Lego collection at a former franchise store in Salem, Oregon, strengthen its operations and support its franchisees and employees. Subject to its ongoing investigation, Brixton Minifigs believes and alleges the following facts, among others, may be relevant to claims made in recent weeks. How's it going, Dwight? The Mansell Family Collection. Ed Mansell built the collection at the center of the issue. When the family decided to sell it, Ed's son, Brian, who was apparently new to the LEGO resale world, visited the now closed Salem Brixton Minifig store around September 23 and asked its former owner, Crystal Law Gorman, for help. Brixton Minifig's investigation found documentation estimating the realistic highest retail value at approximately $95,000 to $100,000. This seems to align with Brian Mansell's public statements on April 2025 Collecting Weekly podcast and with the roughly $80,000 in products or cash he allegedly sought when he is believed to have visited the store around November 21st, 2024. The so-called promotional higher value of $200,000 is believed to have circulated publicly in 2023, was apparently not confirmed or an appraised value. Brixton Minifigs believes this is an amount Brian Mansell and Law Gorman used to create excitement for a Law Gorman November 2023 sales event, which Ed Mansell intended. Brixton Minifigs investigation also found point of sale data showing that 61,000 and potentially more may have been sold from the collection prior to November 14th, 2024. The company believes Brian Mansell may have received only approximately 15,000 in payments over roughly a year. The record suggests a discrepancy may exist between what was sold and paid to him, which the company is still investigating. So, this is, yeah. May have. They don't know if they actually paid this guy, like, at all. They don't actually know. Like, that's what this is saying. When they're saying may, they're saying stuff that they're not certain of. All right, but that they want to say something about. Okay, but the point of sale data is saying that, hey, here is what was sold. All right, so that way you know, we know, everybody knows a bunch of this shit got sold. And if everything is correct, it seems like this dude wasn't paid for his Legos. Okay, he wasn't paid for the Legos. Excuse me. When the new owners, Brandon Best and Josh Johnson, took over the Salem location, they discovered in the store only a small number of Star Wars products, with an estimated at-cost value between $2,000 and $5,000. The company's investigation suggests most of the remaining collection may have been sold or removed before Best and Johnson took over the location. I believe whatever Reckless Ben says. Well, here's the thing. If everything's already been sold, and it was sold by the Gormans, and they've gone this whole time, and it was just them? Sure. Does Brixton Minifigs have a reason to want to paint them with a problem? Yeah, absolutely. They're also in, like, legislation, like, you know, legal shit with them because of the franchise agreement, like, violations, you know? But yeah. When the new owners, Brand Best and Josh Johnson, took over the... Okay, we got that. Information appears to be consistent with Brian Mansell's acknowledgement in joint social media posts with the Salem store on the same April 2025 Collecting Weekly podcast as sets were moved to an off-site, secure location. Though unable to verify ownership without an obligation to do so, the company has offered the remaining Star Wars sets to the family as a courtesy. This company has made the offer on multiple occasions since December 2024, including in recent weeks. Okay. The company has also repeated its good faith offer to make the Mansell family whole monetarily for anything fairly demonstrated to be unaccounted for, including amounts that may be owed to him without his knowledge. The company is committed to give him every Star Wars Lego item remaining from the Salem store, whether identified as his or not. Notably, in an impairment statement to Kaiser, Oregon police, Brian Mansell is believed to have confirmed that he received part of the collection back from Law Gorman in January of 25. This includes hundreds of items being returned, including high-value items like Star Wars Cloud City sets. We understand why the story has stirred so much emotion, so we don't take it lightly, says Brixton Minifig CEO Ahmed McNeff. We also want to reinforce this isolated, unfortunate incident related to a single franchisee who did not obtain approval for any consignment arrangement. It does not undermine the integrity of our more than 300 other independent and unrelated franchisees. Our goal has never changed: to help make this family whole, enhance operational processes, and build a company our franchisees and customers can be proud of for years to come. Some of this stuff is like a little hard to believe that like they've been making these offers to make them whole, like with the money and shit. But this here is, you know, I mean, this is them just saying, yeah, we were offering them the Star Wars sets. But now, along with that, we're also adding this new one, which is, we'll try to make you financially whole too. So, you know, I think it's just like both of these. It kind of does undermine them. They don't know what their people are doing. It does. It does undermine the franchise system for them. It absolutely does. You know, it does like fuck it up that like they aren't paying enough attention to their franchise system. That this, I'm assuming the $200,000 Lego thing was something that got like heavily promoted and whatever. Like, the fact that Bricks and Minifigs didn't even know that was going on because, and that it was like against contract, there is something kind of fucked there. Okay, it definitely does not inspire confidence. You know what I mean? So, is that it? Is the GoFundMe for the Mansell still going? Maybe? I think so. I'm not totally certain. And I'm not looking it up. Okay? I'm not going to look it up, man. I'm not going to look it up because this has become a absurdist whatever, right? Notably, in an impairment statement to Kaiser Oregon Police, Mansell is believed to have confirmed he received part of the collection back from Law Gorman in January 2025. This includes hundreds of items being returned, including high-value items like Star Wars Cloud City sets. We understand why the story... We got that. The apparent underlying consignment arrangement for LEGO products is not part of the company's business model or authorized by the franchise agreements or operations manual. Such so-called consignment services are expressly limited and only allow for service or experience-based partnerships, such as venue/space usage fees, revenue share or commission on service fees, referral or facilitation fees for bookings made through a store, or bundling as add-ons to Bricks and Minifigs hosted parties and events. Consignment services do not include and have never been extended to including acquiring LEGO products, as Bricks and Minifigs operates strictly on a buy, sell, and trade model. Bricks and Minifigs Corporate does not authorize franchisees to enter third-party consignment arrangements for LEGO products. To that end, Bricks and Minifigs does not authorize or sign any consignment arrangement respecting the Salem store's alleged arrangement with Brian Mansell. That sounds wrong. I thought it was like pretty... It was Ben that was saying it. Alright, wait. Let's look this up real quick, okay? Let's look this up real quick. Because thinking about it, right? And by the way, they are letting him release the third video, I guess. I think they were saying that they do have consignment shit. Right? Reckless men would never lie. Don't trust this rat. Shut up, dude. Bricks and Minifigs believes as of November 2024, Law Gorman stopped making payments on the purchase of the location, had not paid royalties for multiple months, and owed tens of thousands of dollars in other unpaid expenses. At the time of her announced departure, she owed substantial monies to Bricks and Minifigs, which triggered the company's repossession pursuant to its security interest in any on-site inventory. Bricks and Minifigs believes accountability means more than words, so it continues to strengthen its operation through rigorous record keeping, absolute transparency in buy-sell trade process, mandatory professional behavior and de-escalation training. Comprehensive training for corporate staff, franchise owners, and their teams covers professional boundaries, dispute handling, and proper corporate protocols. That's awesome. They're just like, yeah, we're never going to fall for someone like Ben again. We're just going to train ourselves to be able to ignore weird people like this, because I guess this is what we have to do now in like the modern day. For a complete timeline of events, please visit the Bricks and Minifigs blog. What we presently believe actually happened. Bro, what is this shit? They put out... This is awesome, dude. Man, this has completely ruined them. This existed, and at no point did anybody, like, say, hey, look at this shit. Nobody, like, literally, even Nate isn't like, oh, yeah, look at this. They have, like, Brian posted on his own Facebook on November 11th. What a fun day. Here's a couple photos of Dad and Crystal with the collection being shown this weekend at Bricks and Minifigs Salem Kaiser. Is Ben still on trial for multiple criminal offenses? I don't know. I don't actually know. Right? I do not know. I do not know, dude. The public campaign begins in December of 2024. Okay. All right, and then like they have like a Bricks and Minifig stuff, just like them answering. So there is no, we were not in the consignment agreement. What is the realistic value? Where the 200,000 come from? It was a promotional amount. Why did it close? It closed December early because staff, including local teenagers, faced safety hazard, targeted in-person stalking, and explicit threats believed to have been driven by inaccurate reporting and or social media communications and videos. It was not closed due to losing any lawsuits related to this matter, despite claims otherwise. It has been since been permanently closed with a formal separation and resignation by Brandon Best and Joshua Johnson. Dude. That's so cool, man. That's so fucking stupid. Oh, man. Like, why are they bringing up, like, the local teenagers, man? Okay. Why are they bringing up the local fucking teenagers? So, yeah, I don't actually really know what's going on with the Reckless Ben thing. But apparently he went to federal court.
Reckless Ben is headed to federal court.
Why not?
Fine.
Why not, man? Yeah, we can do a stream, all right? All right, we can do a stream. I'm taking the bar thing down. Whatever. Let's watch Legal Eagle. All right, slop, slop, slop. Yum, yum, yum.
And he's agreed to mediate with Bricks and Minifigs corporate. Things are starting to look up for our Quixotic
God, I
YouTuber.
fucking hate this shit.
But he's not out of the woods yet. Far from it, in fact. Despite the parties stipulating to remove most of the temporary restraining order limiting Ben's speech, which ordered him to take down videos and to not publish his forthcoming Part 3 expose, the original state court judge rejected the joint request. And that is just the half of it. Because as you may know, on May 28, 2026, a Utah judge signed...
No, please. No, we're doing it. I don't fucking care. Okay? I don't give a shit. Give me some law slop. All right? Bro, I'm waiting for... You know what? This is like... Can I just say this? You want to know what Pisco's fucking up? He's not doing shit like this. He needs to start doing fucking videos where he explains his fucking rationale, because that motherfucker keeps being right about, like, everything. All right, and it's just insanity to me.
Order forbidding YouTuber Reckless Ben from posting any false, misleading, harassing, interfering, defamatory, or unlawful content about Bricks and Minifigs, the chain of Lego resale stores that Ben claims stole $200,000 of Lego collections from an elderly man. The order also required him to remove his existing videos from, quote, any online streaming platform. This all happened ex parte. The judge signed the restraining order without hearing a word from Ben or his lawyers and required the plaintiffs to post no bond because he concluded that Ben, quote, will suffer no legitimate harm from being silenced. But as many legal commentators pointed out at the time, Ben stood to suffer quite a bit of legitimate harm because large portions of that order were in most estimations, flatly unconstitutional. But here's a twist. After defendants hired counsel, the parties themselves went back to the drawing board. They jointly asked the court to replace the original order with a dramatically narrower injunction that restores Ben's ability to report on the case while they go to mediation. And then, just days later, Ben removed the entire lawsuit to federal court. Now, that is good news if you're on Team Reckless Ben, but it's maybe not quite as good news as what some people have made it out to be, and they're drawing conclusions that they probably shouldn't. So let's talk.
You aren't gonna react. What's the point? It's been playing for like 100 seconds. Okay, I'm trying to figure. I'm like listening for what there's something to say. Okay, if he just sums up the whole thing in the first 5 minutes, then your complaining means nothing.
Talk about what happened, why the original TRO was so.
Because this is like what I that's it. Like, you know, cool, great. So now he's going to restate the entire shit. Wait, what? What is this?
Only one side of the story until a later hearing can be held, and they are extremely disfavored when the thing being restrained is speech. The Supreme Court has long cautioned that when government from holding a rally, emphasizing that.
Okay, yeah, no, that's okay. So that's literally it. It's just that first part. So Reckless Ben can put his shit out, but like he still has an injunction against him. Okay, fine, good enough, cool, great. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Like, what do you want me to do? Yeah, there's not a new Reckless Ben video. And yeah, when it comes out, we're watching it. Okay? Alright? I like the bricks. I like the bricks. Okay? I like the bricks. Okay? Don't listen to the snarkers, Resi. It'll never be enough for them. No speaking unless perfect. Illiberals hold liberal voices to perfectionist standards. To silence realistic advocacy. They say slurs while moralizing your microaggressions. This is you right now, Ben. Why are you snarking me, babe? Why are you doing that? That's disgusting. I hate you. I hate you for that. You know that? You know that? Literally, you want to know what the other content I had today was? This.
I hope to think that you guys don't think I'm stupid. And at the end of my mic, bro. I'm hoping that at the end of the day, you guys don't think I'm stupid.
I gotta say, like, things are not looking great for fucking Frogan, dude.
You know? And yeah. I'm curious how you can cook on a default judgment. I can cook, but also, like, obviously I'm not going to say what's happening. But anyways, the whole point is they have to prove damages. Damages have to be proven. This is federal court. And one last thing on this, guys. This is the amount of commentary I did during the content nuke. The yellow is normal speed, green is 1.5 speed, and blue is 1.75 speed. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday, other person's like, you know, I think the hate for Frogan is just, like, overdone and manufactured. And it's like, what does, like, you changing the speed change anything? Okay, what does this change, dude?
And if I remember,
I thought default could just be the maximum. Well, so there is, like, legal theory, and this is actually what, like, Chud, like, was shitting on Sleepy's coverage of it for. There is legal theory behind you get a default judgment, say, yep, I did this thing. Now let's prove damages and argue about damages, right? So it is possible that that's a strategy, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really know. I think the idea that it has cost as much to Ethan that it's like she owes them like 180 grand is insane to me. You're still nothing saying anything. This is all bullshit. You're acting like it makes sense. From a legal standpoint, it absolutely makes sense that if you don't respond to a court case, you're probably going to get fucked on default judgment, right? What is her saying with this that makes sense? This is not an argument even against it, other than like just saying I put it on 1.5 or something speed. That is not an argument for fair use, right? Like, if she wants to make the argument, at that point, she has to make the whole part argument, which is that you can just actually fully rebroadcast something. And then, because of the fact that she frames it in, like, an oppositional way, then it could be different. That's, like, the only way. She should respond to the case, showing this after is meaningless. Well, sort of, but, like, I mean, it's like, what does this do? Like, even then. There's like, the thing is, it doesn't matter that she's showing it after. Because technically, again, the way that, so there's actually a lot that's like kind of going in Frogan's direction with this. Ethan may fuck this up in like a really weird way. So, you guys know the, fuck, where is it? Let me see if I can find this real quick. Because... So, I saw this thing about them filing the document that we read yesterday wrong, which I think just means they just need to refile and shit like that. But apparently the goal is to have this court case on August 10th, right? So, that is a part of this. You hate me? You can hate me all you fucking want. And, like, also, just so we're clear, there was a posting of what they spent money on to do, and, like, what the billing was from Ethan's lawyers. Which, I'm just gonna say this. Reviewed and analyzed Frogan's reaction to Prologue and made notes on the same, including searching for quotes on commercial use. 3.7 hours. Reviewed and analyzed the Houthi section of Frogan's reaction to the nuke and made notes on the same. The Hezbollah section, the first half of the Twitch section, the reaction to the remainder. This dude watched Frogan's reaction for like 17 hours. And I just need to make it a point that like, no, it's like 15.7 hours. Okay, I read that wrong. Okay. I just need to make the point that this is fucking insane to me. Okay? They could also just be lying to him. Well, yeah, but this is like what... Remember how Ethan is claiming, like, $39,000 in fair attorney fees and shit like that? This is what it was. This dude's spending 16 hours watching an hour and a half piece that was reacted to for like 2.5 hours by Frogan. Okay? It's... I don't know. I find this shit insane. I find this absolutely fucking insane. Have you looked into his lawyer? No. And I will not be looking into his lawyer. I'm good. All right? It's like, this is a wild amount. Drafting the copyright infringement complaint against Frogan. Continuing drafting the complaint. They spent 9 hours drafting the complaint. His lawyer's an actual settler. Oh, that's super cool. Consolidated notes on Frogan's reaction to organize and draft outlines of arguments for fair use. Continue drafting a complaint for copyright infringement against Frogan. This guy billed Ethan for 20 hours to draft a 55-page document. And then you have like this shit where it's just like, yeah, you literally just have this where it's like, hey, here we go. Your counter offer was not well received by my client or myself. Our generosity was repaid with numerous incorrect factual and legal assertions. It is clear that our settlement discussions have been unproductive and we need to move forward with litigation. Your client has 3 weeks from this email to file her responsive pleading. If she does not, my client will seek default judgment. So, what can this turn into, right? What can this turn into? If you look at it from like a PR standpoint, what was Frogan's lawyers offering, right? to begin with. Like, if it is just like you're trying to do this from like the social win standpoint, Rogan's like, well, yeah, we offered like, you know, everything that we had in the GoFundMe plus, but Ethan wasn't happy with that because he wanted to get like another Casey Tron style, like, you know, hostage video or some shit. If that really is like what made this go through, I think it's still gonna look bad, right? But anyways. Why are you guys, what is this? Ethan's lawyer had an occupation in the West Bank and defended a controversial anti-Islam short film. Rambar Nissim co-authored an amicus brief in Garcia versus Google, defended the film Innocence of Muslims. The film sparked protests around the globe and inspired the 2012 Benghazi attack. Cindy Garcia was an actress in the film who filed a lawsuit claiming the directors tricked her. She told it was an adventure film titled Desert Warrior. Had she known it was going to be an anti-Islamic film, she would have never taken the gig. Below is an excerpt of the amicus brief of proof it defends the movie. He had an occupation in the West Bank. He was an English teacher in Israel in the West Bank. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like Zionist all the way down, man. Yeah. You know, like, yeah, like it's, yes, yep. Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, do I agree with like the legal system? Generally, no. I think that it's actually entirely and totally fucked the way that all of this is going. And I think that, you know, yeah, I think Ethan is pretty fucking evil dude, okay? I think he's an evil dude. I also think Frogan is kind of fucked, all right? There are possibilities and, like, legal defenses I think that can be made. However, we'd have to see them actually being made. Because, again, if you're making bad defenses and shit, that's just going to kind of probably end up hurting you more in the long run. You know, if they're, like, easily to pick apart, right? What does that have to do with the lawsuit other than the lawyer being a racist fuck? Anything surprising there? No. Didn't everyone say that Denims was fucked? No, actually. I don't think I agree with that. Like, I think from, like, the beginning of it, I said Casey Tron has, like, no chance. I think Frogan had arguments to make, but, like, she just didn't make them. And that Denims probably had the best chance. The only thing that, like, fucks with Denims is the kind of malicious legal shit that Ethan did, where he's like, oh, I'm gonna go after her on, like, the primary claim on her watching the lead up to the content nuke, right? Which is, like, absurd to me. I find that, like, additionally absurd that, like, Ethan set this trap and Denims just dodged it and everything was fine, you know? But ultimately, yeah, I still think that Denims still could get fucked over on, like, the claim for her watching the pre-show. That is where the court case currently is. Denims is not, like, completely off the hook, right? Because there are, like, the two claims. The one for Denims against the content nuke, and the one for Denims against the prelude to the countdown to the nuke, right? So the countdown to the nuke is still there for Denims. That still could be a thing, right? But, you know. Yeah. So that still could be, in fact, a thing that needs to be considered. Kind of sound like that judge read Ethan for filth. Well, I don't disagree. Okay, I absolutely do not disagree. Okay, like, yeah, like, I think most judges are gonna look at this and be, like, kind of, like, annoyed with it, but it is the law, right? So, now what?
Palestinian shawarma versus Israeli shawarma. Which one
Can we just, like, already say the Palestinian shawarma already looks better? It looks like it's wrapped way fucking better.
is better? Time to find out. We're gonna start with the Palestinian shawarma. That is good. There's so much flavor in here, and it's actually spicy. Let me also check. Nope, there's no Hamas in here. I'm gonna give this a solid 9 out of 10. Next up, we got the Israeli shawarma. And it came with a fork for some reason, which is kind of useless, but not as useless as the United Nations. This is delicious. Wait a minute. Bro, this is just another Palestinian shawarma. You can't just take something Palestinian, put a label on it, and call it Israeli. This feels like a violation of 4 articles under the 4th Geneva Convention, 28 UN resolutions, and several articles under the Genocide on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide.
All right, anyways, just, yeah, I didn't really have a lot, I was, like, interested in today. Oh, yeah, there is like, one thing that's kind of cool, all right? The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Constitution today.
This is an ABC News special report.
And good morning, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. We're coming on the air because the Supreme Court has just
Gonna share that video on Facebook. Thanks so much. Yeah, you're welcome, man.
released its ruling on the future of birthright citizenship here in the United States. That right has long been...
You know the one thing that fucks me up with that shawarma thing, though? Like, he was biting into it, and then the seam opened, and you could see, like, the filling and shit. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, I feel like Turkish Stoner, you know, like, the wrap at least wraps around the stuff, so you're not, like, just, like, you know, going, like, hog loose and shit when you take, like, one bite into your sandwich. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that, you know, a little bit.
Guaranteed under the 14th Amendment, but President Trump has been waging a battle to limit birthright citizenship to children of U.S. citizens or permanent residents. Let's get straight to ABC's senior Washington correspondent Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Devin, for more than 100 years, the rule has been simple. If you're born in America, you are an American, and it looks like that won't change.
That still stands, Kira, after this landmark decision. Chief Justice John Roberts writing for the majority of the court that the 14th Amendment means what it says. The text of that amendment passed after the Civil War to extend citizenship to former slaves and their descendants is still the law of the land. If you're born on U.S. soil, you are a U.S. citizen. A major rebuke to President Trump, who had pushed for this executive order to take effect. It has come before the court twice. He attended oral arguments in person to look those justices in the eyes. And today, Chief Justice John Roberts, leaning into that opinion from over 100 years ago, 1898, the last time the Supreme Court looked at this issue, and he said that precedent is still our precedent, and it is the law of the land, Kira. A big win for the immigrant advocates, we should note, who had...
So, yeah, Pisco has been arguing about birthright citizenship with, like, everyone on the right for a while, and it looks like Pisco wins again. Also, it's kind of cool that, yeah, obvious things are fucking obvious. Okay? Obvious things are fucking obvious.
Fought this case, the ACLU, who led the way, Cecilia Wang, herself a birthright citizen, arguing this case before the Supreme Court. And today they have a big victory. 255,000 children are born in the United States each year to non-citizens.
And you know, like, the crazier part of this? So, this was ruled 6-3. However, there is a separation of dissent. So, if the states were to pass a constitutional amendment, the one person said that they would switch, but it would still get shut down 5-4, right?
Who would have been affected by Trump's order, and those kids today and going forward will get U.S. citizenship, Kira.
Let's bring in our ABC News legal contributor, James Sample. James, does this signal that there is a line the court can't cross?
It absolutely does, Kira. This is a ruling that was an issue that was never a close question. Every single court that looked at this executive order said it was unconstitutional. Today's ruling is not just a victory for birthright citizenship. It's a victory for the principle that you cannot rewrite the 14th Amendment with the stroke of an executive pen.
Let's bring in our chief White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. Mary, as Devin just mentioned, this is going to be a huge relief to millions of people, but not the president.
No, Kira, this is a huge blow to one of President Trump's signature immigration
This is such a weird news report. Like, the way that this is formatted, it's just We keep getting shuffled back to the purple woman, who then just sends us off to like one person who says like 40 seconds of some shit. And then I assume we're just going to move on. Asma is calling to just ignore the courts and start denaturalizing people. What? Just what? Huh?
Promises. In fact, on the very first day of his second term, the president signed this executive order unilaterally declaring that only newborns whose parents have permanent legal status are eligible to be citizens. Despite what the 14th Amendment says, the president often argues this is not how birthright citizenship was intended to be used. He often argues that it was meant for the children of enslaved people, not for those born of migrants who illegally crossed the border. The Supreme Court today firmly disagreeing.
Yeah, and you have literally Wong Kim Ark, which is like, yeah, no, we've reaffirmed it through this, obviously. Why do I know about Wong Kim Ark? Because that's the only case anyone ever talked about with this shit.
Backing the 14th Amendment and the right to
They're getting the news ready for small attention spans. Honestly, it's just an interesting
citizenship.
I mean, this is the thing, dude. It's like, yeah, small attention spans, but unless you're gonna read the court documents and shit, what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Okay. What's this? Asmongold thinks the Supreme Court ruling on birthright citizenship should be ignored by the federal government. I don't think there's any reason that we should listen to a Supreme Court that tells you a Chinese communist that has a baby here, takes the baby back to China for 35 years, baby comes back and it can run for president of the US. Nah, that's ridiculous.
Upheld both birthright citizenship. I saw that. And I think, honestly, they should just ignore the Supreme Court. I do. I don't think that there's any reason that we should be listening to a Supreme Court that tells you that a Chinese communist that has a baby here takes the baby back to China for 35 years. The baby comes back to America, and then it can run for president for the United States. Like, nah, it's ridiculous. We should totally ignore the court, because this is... It's just simply not functional, right? The court has no enforcement mechanism. The government is the president, the military is the enforcement mechanism. So,
dude, good old Asmongold, man. You know, just fuck those immigrants over. This isn't like the whole China argument is like a crazy one. It's literally not about that. It's just, hey, let's go ahead and have all these people who have been living in the United States have thought that they've been citizens for a very long time because of the obvious interpretation of the law. Let's just get rid of those, dude, man. Is he talking about Extra Emery? I don't know. I mean, who is? All right, she got banned. Who cares? Extra Emery is not extra at all. All right? Like, one of the most... Oh, I'm so dumb and stupid. Oh my God. I didn't realize that if I put a fork in a socket, I get electrocuted. That's her entire fucking bit. Oh my God. I can't believe that you buried me in sand.
Supreme Court? Absolutely. Like, so why do you think that the Supreme Court is some kind of like, you think they're God? No. What happens if people in the
No, but like they have like authority over the United States just because they did something you don't want. Like, it doesn't, you don't get to just be like, yeah, dude, let's go. Let's do new things. Wait, 1 second. Oh. Oh, no. Bros, guess what? The monkey's paw has curled yet again. Sorry, I just have to bring this up real quick. The monkey's paw curls again. We've tons more shit on the Destiny case. Let's go. They were the 199, Johnny. I didn't even notice. I must have checked last night at the worst time. And there's just a shitload of sealed Oh, let's go. Let's take a look. All right, let's finish this up.
Supreme Court are making bad decisions. How do you handle that? I think you should go through the protocol to handle that.
Johnny, thank you so much for the $1.99.
And I think that Bukele in El Salvador handled it the right way. The biggest threat to America.
This is only very recent. It wasn't there a few hours ago. Let's go.
American democracy is the judicial system. The judicial system.
I like check it like every night. But yeah, the big thing. Apparently they're delaying the trial.
System has been hijacked by ideologues and other forms of political activists, and they weaponize the judicial system in order to
to overthrow like precedent that we've had for a long time because of, you know, literally Confederate activist judges that you agree with. You want them to use those courts to just do whatever you feel like doing
to fulfill their political goals. I think that a great example of that is all of the, like, for example, like Jasmine Crockett, who was an attorney, and now she, previously she was a congresswoman, and she's running and saying that, like Carmelo Anthony's innocent, right? And so that's it. So I'm totally against that. I am. I think that it's been completely corrupted. How do you decide what's a bad decision? Is it in America's best interest or not?
That's not at all how that works, okay? America's best interests are not always going to be the superseding, like, affect of these rulings. Like, the self-interest of the plagued parties absolutely is that way, okay? Like, abso-fucking-lutely, dude.
Is it in America's best interest that a bunch of foreigners...
It's actually probably in America's best interest to, like, lock up Asmongold so people don't think it's okay to allow your body to decay into this just pie-faced, no structure whatsoever, smooth, like, lizard skin shit. Yeah.
Can come over to our...
Yeah, and best even then, isn't like a good term.
Our country, have a baby here, and now we are obligated to treat that baby as if it was a citizen of the country.
Yeah, like literally every other country, and how citizenship works in every country, and we need that as a global system.
Absolutely not. It is illogical. Most countries do not have birthright citizenship. It is not even something that is the norm. It's retarded. It's a retard. And also, like, you have to remember, the 14th Amendment that allows birthright citizenship was made right after the Civil War. It was ratified right after the Civil War.
Yeah, and the fucking Supreme Court dunked this entire argument and said that's insane. Look at this argument that comes long after that.
The Civil War ended in 1865. The amendment was ratified in 1867 or 1868. So what does that mean? Do you really think that they were ratifying that amendment so a bunch of Mexicans could come over to Texas or Arizona and have an anchor baby? No, of course not. They did that for the children of slaves. That's the reason why they did it. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, a long time ago, exactly.
Yeah, but then it gets reaffirmed afterwards in a much broader sense than that. And that's what the Supreme Court went off of, obviously.
The argument is, do you need to change it through Congress to amend the Constitution? Well, I just want to... I don't care how they do it. I really don't. I don't care how the sausage is made. I just want it to happen. I don't care if they enforce it with the military. I don't care if they dissolve the Supreme Court. I don't care if they pass an amendment through Congress. I don't care if the president just simply deports everybody who has an anchor baby status anyway. I don't care what the result is. I don't care what the process is. I only care about the result. So every single thing that will move me closer to that result is something that I support.
This guy's just a Hitlerite. It's like there's no other like way to describe Asmongold, man. Like, he's just a fucking Hitlerite, dude. You know? Like, there's no... I don't know... I know where he would stand in that conflict. It's just, like, fucking obvious. Wouldn't half of Trump's family have to go? Yeah. Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. Okay. Pretty much. Anyways. All right, let's see what the fuck these filings are. I'm like kind of curious. You piqued my interest because there's not like very much that's out there, right? But anyways, okay. So the last we had was the shit with Andrew Brettler, right? The shit with Andrew Brettler. And now we have paperless order on motion to seal. This cause comes before the court upon defendant's motion to leave to file documents under seal. Defense notes the plaintiff does not oppose the motion. Upon due consideration of the motion, the pertinent portion of the record and the relevant authorities is hereby ordered and adjudged that the motion is granted. Defendant shall file unredacted copies of Exhibit B and C to the declaration of Andrew Brettler under seal by no later than Wednesday, July 1st. The clerk is directed to maintain the exhibits under seal pending further order of the court. So, that probably means that if I had to make a guess, that there is a declaration by Brettler that has to be filed under seal. What that means exactly is probably a response to here saying this was in the public at such and such a place. Obviously, if they were doing their due diligence, they would have been able to find it. And then, like, they could have that argument. Or, I don't know, maybe he's stepping down. Probably not. I'd say probably not, but this cause comes before the court upon plaintiff's motion to leave to file under seal certain exhibits to plaintiff's motion for spoliation sanctions. Plaintiff notes the defendant does not oppose the motion. Upon due consideration of the motion, the pertinent portions of the record and relevant authorities is hereby ordered and adjudged that the motion is granted. Plaintiff shall file unredacted copies of DE 2632, 4, and 3, and the exhibits to plaintiff's motion for spoliation sanction under seal by no later than Wednesday, July 1st. Okay. Okay. Alright, so it probably is just about the spoliation shit. Paperless order setting hearing. A hearing on plaintiff's motion to leave to file under seal and plaintiff's motions for sanctions under FRCP for defense spoliation of evidence hereby set before the undersigned on Wednesday, July 29th at 2 p.m. Given that the motions pertain to evidence central to the resolution of plaintiff's claims, this matter is hereby removed from the current trial calendar and shall be reset after the court's ruling. So, okay. So, the trial has been delayed, right? Because originally the trial was supposed to be like early August, like the week of the 10th. And now they're apparently doing this spoliation argument like pre-trial for sanctions on the defendants. Okay. Well, that's something. What is this? As a legal expert, the judge is basically saying TDD. Kind of seems that way a little bit, actually. I know it might be a little overstated, but it does seem like they are having a spoliation hearing. It does seem that they're having a spoliation hearing, you know? Well, I hope Brown knows what he needs to do now, which is that people need to say that they heard that Andrew Brettler is looking at 25 years in the can. All right, with Destiny or something like that. You just need to like press on that until he reveals like whatever the filed under sealed shit is, right? That's like the next way to TDD, right? I think that's how this works. Bro, Wick and Death, dude. So This literally is actually Wick's fault. There's no way. It's just fucking Wick's fault. Okay? Like, this is awesome. This is so cool. This is so cool. There's no way. I mean, this is gone now, right? Like, this isn't going to be on the thing. Nope, it's still there. It's like, what, 5:57? If it wasn't for Wick bringing this shit up on stream to argue with fucking Aiden may... Bro. Aiden may have advanced the court case. That's crazy. This is why you can't argue with Aiden, alright? Like, the fucking magic wears off, man. Yeah, Wick is a double agent. Yeah, Wick may have, like, just sealed Destiny's, like, a portion of Destiny's fate.
Because after Solo was leaking all my shit, he was DMing me and chatting with me. But, like, that's kind of crazy that President Sunday is just, like, mining this guy for information about me. Like, what the fuck am I, like, how am I supposed to, you can pose this one too, I guess, if you want. Careful, because at some point he starts sending President Sunday, like, giant black dicks. I don't think it's on this combo, so. Sorry. No,
Okay.
these two are safe. These two are safe. These two are safe.
Okay.
To express, like, these people are already trying to do the maximal amount of whatever they can. And
It's just like the court case now. Dude, what happens if they get a spoliation charge? And they just say, it's like, yeah, well, we don't actually know, but it kind of seems obvious that he sent all this shit, and it's kind of just difficult to know exactly when. I think maybe they could go with that. I don't know, man. Maybe Pixie's gonna win the fucking lawsuit. That's absurd. Okay, that's just fucking crazy. That's just crazy to me. You never should have crossed the Fang. Bro, well, I wonder if Destiny is so schizo now, you could actually convince him that Wick is an inside snarker. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Probably not. Okay, probably not. You know, it's just like, I would say probably not, but yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, so this is like directly, I mean, that's what this is then, right? That's must be what this is. It's just all spoliation shit, right? Because it is defendant shall file unredacted copies of a B and C to the declaration of Andrew Brettler under seal. Wick may be a really good guy who associates himself with evil people because he knows it looks bad for them. Well, this is evident from the beginning. I don't think it's, like, evident. I never thought it was evident. I think that it's, like, difficult. I think anybody relatively aware of the American justice system knows one thing about it. It hates women. Churns them out like fucking, like, you know, fucking fodder, man. It's fucked up. Right? So, yeah. We got the emergency stream about Doobie because he knew it would piss off Connor. When was that? Is that tonight? Like, I'll be real, I don't actually know. I just don't actually really fucking know. When you try to destroy evidence, you ruin your whole fucking case, and that's what he did immediately. The emotions that our lawyers made right at the beginning signaled the whole thing was going down. So, as much as, like, I want to agree with that, I still think that if it's, like... I still think that they are trying, like, a relatively new statute, and it's not necessarily clear to me, you know, how successful that's going to be. Right? It hates women is heavily biased to the well-off. Yeah. Yeah. And that's, like, kind of where I'm at. So, I do think the spoliation shit was there, but it did seem like the court case moved on aside from that, right? But yeah. The 18-minute talk with Destiny about blacklisting people with Doobie in the Discord. No, 8-minute talk. It's 8 minutes. It's not even 8. It's, like, really, like, 6. 6.5 or something like that. The first 90 seconds is Destiny just doing his shit, you know? Right? yeah. So, Based on procedural stuff like rules of evidence, you have to submit everything in a particular way, which Destiny didn't. He violated it, and they violated a bunch of judicial orders to shut the fuck up. Well, you know. Well, you know. Well, you know. So. Anyways. Okay. I kind of think I'm gonna just gonna do the game thing. Like I said, I didn't really have a lot that I was like super interested in today. One thing is the Great American State Fair shit like worth looking at? It looks cringy. Right? Like, you guys know like what I'm talking about with this. Like, it just looks cringy. More than anything else, it just like looks absolutely cringe, and I just don't know what else to say. I love the Daily Beast. Usha Vance humiliated as she turns up to Trump's empty fair. Usha Vance's bookmark contest drew very few attendees. Like, it's like, okay. Alright. What a travesty. States decried for not attending the Great American State Fair.
My politicization of this, my hatred for an individual, my lack of respect for the office of the presidency, and my clearly lack of respect for the United States of America completely trumps, no pun intended, my public service of my occupation.
Okay. Okay, wait. Sorry. Wait. What? I just, like, I'm sorry. How big is this thing? Is it literally just like a few kiosks around like a football field's length? Okay, no, never mind. Alright, so there's like multiple layers of it at least. I'm gonna be real, like, I feel like the county fair that we have here is like much bigger than this. Like, much bigger than this. You know? I thought it was like... I've seen the things like the attendance has been bad. And it's like, okay, maybe it'll get better on the weekend. You know, like they'll, you know, bust some people in to make it look like people actually want to go to this thing. But this, you could probably do the whole thing in like 20 minutes, maybe? You could do this in like 20 fucking minutes, you know? That's what it looks like to me, at least. I don't know, I am a state fair, you know, county fair connoisseur, so...
And it's just going to get more and more crowded as the week goes on. Not only do we have a lot of people here, we have people that you want to have here, like Stacey Garrity. That woman's going to be next governor of Pennsylvania. There we go. Yep, look at her. Governor.
We're celebrating already at the Great American State Fair. Man, we've got thousands of people celebrating this birthday with us.
And it's just like, why do you have, like, all this, like, extra grass in the middle feels, like, really weird, man. It just feels empty as shit. It just feels, like, super fucking empty, man. All the tourists are at other parts of the mall. Yeah, they have, like, a Ferris wheel and shit. Okay? Like, it's a 16-day festival. And it's supposed to run through July 10th. The fair has faced scrutiny regarding its political connotations, leading several high-profile artists to withdraw and some states to decline sending official delegations. I just don't know how he managed to fuck it up this bad. Right? I just don't understand how he managed to fuck it up this badly. I guess this is like what happens when you don't have homosexuals, right? On your side. You can't have open space. I know, like, this is so hokey, man. This is actually, like, I hate to say it, this is a really cool idea executed expeditiously poorly. Like, even, like, just, you can tell they just built a facade over and it looks like shit from the top view. For all of these things. It's a tent, and then they just made it look okay on the front. Like, God, man. How do you fuck this up this badly? How do you fuck this up this badly? Just put actual roofs on shit, mans. I can't believe it. Like, it's just like, I can believe it. I obviously can believe it. I just can't believe, like, how fucked we are. Just... we are so fucked, man. We're so fucked, dude. This is just so stupid. Alright. And then, like, yeah, there's a triumphant arch fake thing. People dance with a U.S. Army robotic dog at the Great American State Fair. Just like... just imagine that there's like hundreds of these like walking around. Every once in a while you see them like take a kid out from the audience. It comes back covered in blood. You know. What's the point of this shit? You just have, like, fruits and vegetables. Can you, like, take them? I feel like you should just take them. Or, like, you should be handing them out, I guess. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, why would you show off a basket of fucking potatoes for America? Why a basket of fucking potatoes? There's a mega church that set up a tent and was cringe as fuck. No, that makes sense. Really? Is that like, does that make sense? I feel like everywhere has potatoes. They're like really easy. You just kind of gotta like, you plant them and they never go away. It's the local 4-H fair. Yeah, I get that. Okay, but we are the potato people. I voted for this. Shut up, dude. Man, that's fucking evil. Are we the potato people? Is that actually a thing? Is that actually a fucking thing? Alright, I need to fucking look up this Usha Vance article because I swear to God, this might be actually hilarious. I feel bad for Usha, man. I really do. I really, really do. Thought we were the Ranch Nation? Yeah! There was, like, something about, like, airplanes coming out of, like... Dude, airplanes coming out of, like, the World Cup were, like, selling, like, ranch and shit. And it's just... Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, that's great. Alright, give me 1 sec. I'm trying to bring up this article, because I want to know what there's apparently was a contest. Oh, no. Close. Here we go. Got it. The Bookmark Design Challenge. Speaking to a crowd of a few dozen people, the vice president's wife presented winners of her Bookmark Design Challenge. Children in kindergarten through 8th grade were invited to submit their original hand-drawn bookmark, reflecting what America means to them. with winners being presented at the Great American State Fair. I'm so glad to spend the summer celebrating America's 255th anniversary through art, through books, and outdoor fun like this with kids across the country. They had a book, they gave her a bookmark contest. This is like actual baby shit. Okay. This is like actually baby shit. You know, like... Oh, man, that's so cool. Alright. Well, anyways, yeah, America looks like shit. So, what is this AI? It's like some, like, AI articles thing. What is this? This is neat. I need to look at this later. Appreciate a good bookmark, to be honest. I don't. Just have, like, letters and shit that you, like, you know, keep from, like, scorned lovers and whatnot, and use those to remind yourself of how far you've come. That's the way I look at it, at least. Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know. The Great American State Fair shit, it's just like, it's just shitty. It's just lame. When are we gonna mock them for calling it a state fair? Dude, it just, yeah. Yeah. How does that help you find your place in the book? You put it where you left off reading. You know, you put it where you left off reading. That's, you just put stuff in books. You put literally anything in a book and it'll hold your page. I'll be honest, I dog ear. I don't really give a shit. Unless it's like an old enough book, I just dog ear everything at this point. So, you know, in an ebook, I write down the number on like my notes app on my phone. Okay. I don't know. Someone is going to tell Sonny he's going to spend a month raping you. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. Some books are going to get dog-eared, all right? You give me a softcover book that I ordered off fucking Amazon or something, yeah, you're getting dog-eared, baby. You're getting fucking dog-eared, all right? That's it. That's the actual truth of the fucking matter. You're getting dog-eared, so. Okay. Anyways. Continuing on, last parts. I'm just like, I hate to say it, it's just like, yeah, there's just, we are at a kind of a lull, and that's like nice. That's nice, but, right? That was weird, Johnny. That was weird. That was super weird. Trump has never been to a state fair. Yeah, well, you know, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. If you wanted to do, like, the state fair thing, right, you just have to, like, have, like, a food culinary thing for each state. Literally, just making America about fat food, like, why not, man? Why not, man? That would actually make sense. Be probably the closest we get to something, right? A lull, the bomb's about to drop out of the economy because Trump can't bring Israel to heel. Yeah, but we've covered that extensively, right? Okay, we've covered that fucking extensively. Do Epcot for the States. It's just like, I don't know, like, oh, you got grilled caribou from Alaska, Oregon, fentanyl, and potato pancakes. All right? You know, like, yeah, you have, like, a ton of different things you could do. Like, you have, like, fish. You choose which states are going to get fish dishes and shit. Yeah. It's all entirely, totally possible, so. Just the Epcot of America. Okay, man. Yeah, well. Yeah. Okay. Show me deep fried Twinkies now. If. Imagine. Fucking imagine, dude. Fucking imagine. That'd be, like, absurd. So. Who just had 50 food trucks? Yeah. 50 food trucks and a fucking roller coaster. All right. Like, that's what blows my mind. Okay. Like, why not have a fucking, like, some sort of roller coaster, man? I don't fucking know, man. I've been thinking about roller coasters a lot lately. So, that's it. The candidate that was on Live and Learn lost her race. Well, the liberals win again. All right. Yeah, I've seen like some stuff. I don't know what you guys are saying, like a socialist one in Colorado. Haven't paid attention to that. Have not paid attention to that. Malat Kiros. Was this like another person? This was one that Yeah, this is the person that met with Hassan, right? 29-year-old Demsock, first-time candidate, ousted Diane DeJette of Colorado in a primary challenge on Tuesday. 15-term incumbent, first elected in 96, is the second member of Congress to lose a seat to a younger Demsock challenger after Daria-Liza Avila Chevalier unseated Representative Adriano Espaillat, the chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus in New York's 13th district last week. Chevalier's and Kiros' challenges come amid widespread discontent and frustration among Democratic voters with party leadership in the wake of Donald Trump's election. Both Espaillat and DeGette are longtime progressives whom their opponents cast as representatives of a failing Dem establishment beholden to corporate interests. Chevalier and Kiros have also have a history of pro-Palestinian activism and made opposing Israel war in Gaza central to their campaign. That's Daria-Liza. Malat Kiros beat Diane DeJette. I used to write Diane letters all the time when she was my representative. She would write me back. Bad letters that told me to flate myself, basically. Well, I don't know what to tell you here, Dagnus. Sorry. But Israel is a tiny nation. Well, so, I mean, this is like, I'm assuming like a firm blue seat, right? Like an extremely strong, like, very democratic seat, you know? I'm guessing, and that's like, you know, where this, like, goes down. Right? Socialist Party of Colorado. Huh. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Other than, like, yeah, I think, cool. Good, I guess. Ultimately, it's kind of like, just like one of those where it's like, yeah, kind of good. Kind of good. I think it's better to not have people... I hate to say it, I just feel like you shouldn't be in Congress for more than, like, 20 years. Ever. Right? Literally fucking ever. You know? Like... I feel like that's probably a decent limit. Like, at that point, you're probably removed from the system enough, but, yeah. The DSA guy was locked up in prison for 1.5 years because he organized protests against the murder of Elijah and Aurora, and there were protesters in 2020. Little Nation, Tiny Hats. Okay, chill, dude. All right. What's the new cope going to be now for the libs? That there's only, like, so many of them, right? That there's only, like, just a few of them. There's not, like, a ton of them. And because of that, yeah. I can't believe that J-Stock posted the Family Guy meme with regards to Extra Emily.
as untouched, I too will be abstinent. I'll be as untouched as the turn signal in an Asian woman's car.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Yeah, in regards to the Extra Emily stuff, because Extra Emily almost actually just did that. Much less racistly, though. I will say that much. Okay, I was looking, because there was like a Hutch thing that I think Acreal posted. Okay. I just want to clear it all out, because I didn't watch Hutch today. Nope, that was Big Bad that posted that on Discord, too. Cool. Also, I gotta be honest, I don't know what's going on with Intense Complex, but I don't know why he drew the Acreal's mom picture. Okay, that's confusing as fuck to me. I don't really get what's going on there. And I don't want to know. It does seem like it's apparently Javelina drawing an Oshi of their character. Okay. No, Acreal didn't even post a timestamp with like his Hutch hate. Wow. Acreal, go fuck yourself. You suck. You suck. You suck, man.
The tech.
Is she hot? No. No, not really. Not really.
Really makes you think, you know, what could have been going on there? Like, what are you alleging? Like, if there's
like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I'm here. I don't think I'm not doing Hutch hate right now. Not this unfocused. Not this unfocused. But yeah, I'm just gonna be honest. Like, yeah, there's not like a ton that I'm like super interested in. Like, Iran is gonna be Iran. All right, I don't know if we are or not at war. If we are negotiating. If we're not negotiating. I just don't think it matters to go into it. Right. At this point, where it's just like, yeah, whatever it is that day is whatever it's gonna be that day. So, you know. Yeah. Yep. We're not at war. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of it. So, anyways. I want to finish up my Rusty Lake game. Okay? I want to finish up the Rusty Lake game. I think that's like a good way to send this off. I do want to say this. Good June. Really good June. Alright? I think we had a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I actually really did enjoy this last month. This last month has been a lot of like really fun content. I do hope that you guys do enjoy some more games. Because we have been doing more games, right? It hasn't even been 2 hours. GD Resi. Yeah, do you want me to just take the night off? Okay, because that was like the other option. Okay, that was the other option, was like, I take the night off. I was legitimately just like, there's just not enough to do. Okay, so there's just not enough to talk about, like, right now that I'm, like, super interested in, and I just want to play games. Okay? That's it. That's my thoughts. So, yeah. I'm sorry, man. I'm upset. My wife spent a bunch of money and didn't consult with me, and I just can't beat her. I can't just beat her. Yeah, well. Do you talk about the occult bloodlines? No. Man. You know what? Is it okay if I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm depressed? Can I just, like, say that and we just, like, move on? There's just nothing that's, like, really grabbing me right now. Okay?
Nepotism runs wild.
Dude, it's like, I gotta, like, look at this dude for, like, an hour and a half, or I play my weird, dopey fucking games and shit. This is actually probably his Kino content, but, like, I will not do it well tonight, okay? Alright, I will not do it well tonight. you have to debate us round robin style about your depression. Do you want me to just be real? Like, it's like really simple, okay? It's like, it's just hot. It's just hot, and like, my body is tired. My body is very tired. I've been going outside in the sun, and like, it's been I have been producing massive amounts of vitamin fucking D. Okay, and probably I'm like a little bit dehydrated. And honestly, just a little bit bored. You know, that's it. It's just like, oh, okay, cool. And the thing is, I think I've been at a kind of high level of like mental engagement for a little while. And it has been relentless. And yeah, is there AC in the shed you stream from? No, there isn't. I have a fan though. And the thing is, it's actually just nice down here. So dehydrated from the sunburn. Partially. Also, just in general, like, I've been eating too much, like, glutinous shit and, like, potatoes and stuff. And so I've just been, like, gassy for days upon days upon days. So, I would contest whether you've ever been engaged at mentally at a high level. I would contest whether you've ever been mentally engaged at a high level. Wow, I cannot. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Salt water might cure you unironically. I mean, probably. That's something I could look into. But, I don't know. I have been sleeping a lot lately, man. Can we please do occult stuff? I'll throw 50 on it. No. Not tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. Assuming nothing else happens, tomorrow. We can do this tomorrow with, like, music and shit, right? And yeah, it was a tough sentence to read. Okay, man. Go fuck yourself. I hate you. I hate you all. Omni, this is just you. Alright? How depressed are we talking? Like this level? No, just like sleeping. No, it's like this is not the level at all in any way, shape, or form. The level is, oh, I'm not hungry. And I'm not really interested in anything. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna go to sleep. Oh no, I slept for 3.5 hours. Oh no, now my sleep's fucked up. Oh. Then, like, you can't sleep that night. Yeah, it's like endless. It's that shit, okay? It's not like actually, like, I'm not sad. I'm just, like, tired, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know how else to put it, okay? I don't know how else to put it. The dreams are back. It's great. Fucking awesome. That's unemployment? No. I'm definitely somebody that just sleeps in, like, multiple, like, stages, so... You know, that's it. You suck at depression? Yeah, I show up like every fucking day, don't I? Crazy. Crazy. Anyways, so yeah, I want to do the games. I want to do this Rusty Lake thing. I want to get that done because I want to get on to like another story thing. Bro, I've been watching movies lately. Okay, I watched fucking Cloverfield Paradox yesterday. Bro, you know what? That's so fucked up. Okay, I watched Cloverfield Paradox yesterday. It's literally just Event Horizon, but kind of Cloverfield. Right? Kind of Cloverfield. And then it just ends with this, oh, why are you doing this? No! And then there was never another Cloverfield thing. You know? Really was like the movie was like fine-ish, I guess. Doesn't make like a lot of sense, honestly. Like, it just does not make a lot of sense, like, why some of the random things just fucking happened. Cloverfield always sucked. It had a gimmick like 20 years ago. The first one was good. The John Goodman one was also good, but only because John Goodman was like, that's like top of his career, you know? That is absolutely top of his fucking career, you know? Like, that's like the best way to put it. There's like nothing No other way to describe it other than that. So, yeah. But, like, ultimately, it's just, yeah, I just find it, like, kind of crazy. The more I, like, look at everything, right? It's just, like, kind of crazy. None of the Cloverfield movies make any sense. Like, they have no connection. So, there is kind of a connection, right? So, the third one, Cloverfield Paradox. In the future, humanity doesn't have energy, so they need to produce energy. And then they eventually get this, like, perpetual energy thing to work, but they do so in opening a time-space dimensional disruption thing, which then sends into the past the Cloverfield monsters into the before of the timeline, which then creates the situation for the first movie. And then the second movie occurs when, after the first movie, the aliens and or whatever are like dicking around and shit. That they, I don't know, like they're still out there fighting. That's it. You should watch classic Star Trek and comment on the demise of our collective optimism. No, I don't think I will. I don't think I will do that. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna do that. You know? What is this? Okay, that's like a fucking, that's a something. Okay. But no, I mean, like, yeah, if I'm trying to explain it, it's just like, yeah, it deals with the whole, you can send shit into the past because you fuck with, like, time-space. That's the whole point of the Cloverfield thing. That's how it's connected, right? And how, like, they happen in different, you know, time frames to begin with, right? Like, massively different time frames, so... Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I've been watching that. I don't know. Maybe tonight. I think the next movie I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna finally watch that Weapons shit. Right? I think I might just start doing that. Just like trying to watch like a movie every day, just so I have, like something to bitch about. Because like, I don't like movies that much, so I find like reasons to not like movies like really easily. So. What an awful movie to pick. I know. Well, it's not like I'm going to watch, like, great movies, you know? Like, I watched Mulholland Drive. I think Mulholland Drive was kind of cool, but it was, like, not at all what I remember it being. I remember it being, like, way creepier. And then, like, I watched it and I was like, oh, that's kind of grotesque. You know? The Weapons guy is the guy from WCUC, and now he's going to ruin Resident Evil. Bro, has there ever been a good Resident Evil movie? Like, come on. None of them are good. They all suck. They're all bad. They're all really, really bad. You have to watch Obsession. Yeah, maybe. Resident Evil looked pretty dope, not gonna lie. Every Resident Evil movie looks awesome. None of the Resident Evil movies are good. Alright, the only good Resident Evil movie was never made, and that was the Romero script. Okay, the Romero script is awesome. If you've ever fucking, like, watched that shit, at least the old ones had something fun about them. Yeah, you're not a Resident Evil fan, you should die in a video game. Okay? You should, like, I literally hate you. I hate you. I actually fucking hate you. The plots don't make sense, but the movies have aura. Yeah, no. Yeah, literally, just play the fucking games. The games are a better cinematic fucking experience. Fuck you. What are you talking about? Literally, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. Give me block tits. I don't care. I do not give a shit. Fuck the Resident Evil movies. They all sucked. I hate every single one of the Resident Evil movies. The games are kind of mid. Yeah, you're kind of gonna drown in a fucking bathtub one day. Okay? You're going to drown in a bathtub one day, and your family's not going to find you, and you're going to, roast like a little soup. Okay? You're going to roast like a little fucking soup, man. The game's the same formula every time, and you eat that slop up. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Are you dissing RXK Nephew's favorite movie? What's he going to do? Is he going to release more music? Who's going to publish him? Okay, all right, we already understand it. A child can drown in 2 inches of water? Yeah, well, we're not even going to need to do that, man. Not saying I'm wrong. Yeah, because, like, I don't know how, like, you do a hero's journey and, like, iterate differently around a hero's journey. And honestly, you are wrong, because 4 through 6 do break that. I just don't care for 5 and 6 that much, you know? That's it. That's it. Is it better than, like, a Souls-like game? Doubt it. Okay, but that's, like, a totally different question. In the terms of, like, is it better than a Souls-like game in that you can figure out reasonably what happened? Yeah. Plays the Mac and Me clip after telling a chatter to drown. Problem. RE2 and RE4 are cool. Everything else is pure slop. No, all the Resident Evil 1 redos are awesome. Resident Evil 3 Remake, I liked, but I do think that the original was better. I like 7 and 8. Okay, I realize, like, they're not the same game. They're not even, like, really, like, a close genre. But I think they were fun, and I enjoyed them for what they are. I look at Resident Evil as trilogies that are placed over other trilogies. I like the 7 and 8 trilogy, you know? Isn't Resident Evil games like FF7 but with zombies? Thanks, dude. Thanks. Alright. But yeah, no, it's like, what? Resident Evil 2 Remake is like the best. Okay? The fucking best, man. Yeah, me playing most games, cool lore, Souls-like game. Yeah, I need to get a 5-hour video explaining some fucking minor character's affiliation with, like, literally light. Right? Calls it a trilogy while acknowledging there's only 2 games. No, it's that 1 through 3, 4 through 6, and 7 through 9 have these, like, core elements to them. 9, not really. 9 kind of fucked that up. I'm going to be honest, like, 9 actually is probably the best evidence against that they aren't doing the trilogy thing anymore, but that's the way I always felt about Resident Evil, you know, it's just like, yeah, it's in trilogies, and then 9 is 9. 9 is fun. I like 9. I enjoyed playing 9. I had a lot of fun playing 9, but, you know, yeah. 9 is just goon bait. You people are fucking insane. Morale makes me want to buy Sekiro with all the Dark Souls games. Yeah, the Morale Dark Souls shit has been fun to watch. I will also say, I like that more people are playing Dark Souls, personally. That's just me, though. That's just me. I've never played Sekiro. I don't think I have a lot of interest in it. I like my fucking shitty little adventure games, man. I love my shitty adventure games. The one game I was thinking of getting, with the Steam sale, was like Seance of Blake Manor. I think that could be fun. Play Fear and Hunger. No. How about we're not gonna play the fucking gore rape game, okay? Alright, I've decided not to play the gore rape game. So, that Deathbloom thing, we started looking at that. That's on sale. The one I was, like, really looking at was Seance of Blake Manor. But I'm not, like, sure if this is something I want to play on stream yet. I haven't, like, figured that out. Because I feel like if we play this on stream, you guys will relentlessly make fun of me. However, you probably also will help me along just enough when I get, like, stuck that it won't feel like the worst. But yeah. Dead Space Remake is 6. That's worth picking up. Yeah, problem is I can't stream it. I can't get it to, like, work with my fucking graphics card and streaming, too. Are you giving up already and switching to gaming? Yes. Yes. I don't know. Yeah, man. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Actually, yeah. That was literally... I said this at the beginning of the stream. Okay? I don't really have a lot that I'm, like, super interested in right now. Okay? What do you want? What do you want? Literally. Jesus Christ, man. I want to do the Rusty Lake shit. I want to get that done with. Okay? I'm just curious enough about it. I have issues. Okay? The quarry is only 6. We already have the quarry. Right? I'm like... Here's my issue with the Rusty Lake shit. I feel... this is going to be like one of those games that never fucking ends, actually. Right? I feel that it's going to be one of those where they're just going to, like, release a little bit more, and it's going to expand a little bit more, and it's never actually going to have an ending. And I feel we're going to get to the ending of it, and it's just not going to do anything. It's just going to kind of be there. But... you know, I don't know what else to say, man, other than, like, yeah, I'm committed at this point, right? Let's play WoW and build a community together. Fuck no. I am not playing video games with you guys. Nope. Alright. Okay. So, we're gonna go do that. Okay? We're gonna go do that. Yeah, I told you it was gonna be a short stream. I had, like, a few things, but... that's it. Is Amaranth fighting with her husband again? No idea. No fucking idea, man. No idea. I'm never reinstalling WoW again. Yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. Alright, anyways, we're gonna go over the gaming channel. We're gonna go do gaming things. So, join us there! Bye. Really phoned in this stream.